At this time, on the 2018 Sawyer County Budget Public Hearing, anybody who wishes to address the board regarding the budget may do so at this time. Please state your name.
Here I am again. So my name is Kay Wilson. I'm a property owner in Sawyer County. I grew up using the library. I worked in the school library during high school and college. We raised our children using the public library, checking out books each week to read at night, first me to the kids and then them to me. We checked out movies and a projector so that we could have outdoor movie night with the neighborhood. Scott built shelving and benches for the library renovation in our small town. Books filled with history, poetry, education, adventure, fiction, and fantasy are a base for the family. With the increasing use of electronics today among young people, Facebook, FaceTime, Snapchat, Instagram, it's important to provide a library with books, computers for those without internet or computers, a community reading room, and children's programs so that we don't lose that family base. I urge you to fully fund the Sawyer County Library. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Linda Zilmer, I want to thank the county board for allowing for this public hearing a month before you have to officially act. But I really think that if the very top line summary of the 2018 budget that was published in the paper is the only information that the public has seen to this point, unless they've been attending all these meetings, it's really hard to have meaningful questions and dialogue. So I see that there's something up there, so I guess I'm wondering, why wouldn't we have a budget presentation and then open it up for questions? But I do know a couple of things I really want to advocate for. Number one is restoring full funding to UW Cooperative Extension to retain the positions that you've had from prior years. You cannot have a Hort agent cover 3 counties and then cover livestock as well. Also, Sawyer County has benefited indirectly from having water quality specialists, John Hack in Washburn County, Dan Zer down in the Red Cedar Basin out of Chippewa. And so I think if we want to really get serious about water quality issues here in Sawyer County, it would be helpful to have a shared resource with other counties that support both people that have lake homes and interest in water quality, as well as helping our agricultural producers comply and work towards better practices that have less impact. I also would ask that you work together closely with the other counties and not let this go, because I overheard that Nemacolin Transit is going to receive the funding it's requested because otherwise they lose the leverage of having your funding to obtain other funding. The same is true for UW Cooperative Extension. That is a federal, state, and county partnership which also leverages other public and private dollars. If through the state deciding to fund less and the counties fund less, that may mean less federal dollars. We all benefit. We pay only a small portion of the actual cost to have access not just to our local extension agents, but specialists across the state and academics in Madison. I also want to question why there has not been, in any other meetings, more detailed discussions as to what comes out of the Resource Development Fund. Because in my view, what goes into the Resource Development Funds are public dollars, and technically I believe it does apply to our levy, and it should be part of your general fund. So I would like an explanation as to what all entities will be funded out of the Resource Development Fund. I know there is one schedule that lists what outside entities are being paid through the general fund, but I think the public is owed an explanation as to what the county plans to fund through the Resource Development Fund. And again, although I've had the benefit of attending numerous meetings, and I know there was some information not available, I have not had an answer yet to what the administrative costs are that are being allocated to emergency services or your ambulance services. And as an Edgewater resident, and I hear from other, or not resident, but a property owner, and as I hear from other Edgewater residents, we do not get the benefit of Nemacolin Transit. We do not get the benefit of the ambulance service. Edgewater contracts with the village of Birchwood to have more localized law enforcement because Sawyer County officers are so stretched and they have a very collaborative relationship, but it's just, you don't provide enough resources for the sheriffs to provide the kind of coverage that the residents of Edgewater feel that they need, so they pay extra for that. So residents in Edgewater or taxpayers, whether they're residents or not, are paying for a lot of county services that they don't get. Those are my public questions and concerns. Okay. Based on
Thank you. Anybody else care to address the board during public hearing?
My name is Dan Cousins, and I'm a resident on O'Brien Hill Road. A couple of things I wanted to bring here to your attention is the budget is extreme, and I understand that you guys have probably been number crunching for many months, and so I don't want to draw a whole large attention to one specific item, but I am going to draw your attention to line item 62, or Department 62, and that is your AODA or mental health facility or agency here in Sawyer County. In doing my preliminary research, I will tell you that no connecting county from Sawyer, including Douglas and Barron, just touch our corners, have an in-house AODA or mental health provider. They contract out because that is your best bang for your buck. There's no feasible reason to do it in-house other than for personal, I don't know. But going over just Department 62 from 2013 to now, there's been this steady increase in an upside-down budget. In 2013, you had an upside-down budget of $300,000+, and then it steadily went up from $300,000 underneath to $400 underneath, or upside down, I should say, in the negative. So you guys are approving and preparing to approve tonight even a budget that is prepared to you at a $778,000 deficit. That doesn't make any financial sense to me as a business owner and as a taxpayer in Sawyer County. If I came up to my business manager and said, next year we're going to have a budget of $100,000 in the red, I would be told to go back to the drawing board and come back with a budget that's at least equal and or in the black. And so to be able just to approve a steadily upside down budget doesn't make financial sense to me. And as it was stated, you guys don't have to act on the budget today. You guys are here to hear from the public, discuss more amongst you guys yourselves, and then make a ruling based on that. But what I am calling your attention to is the fact that just line item AODA mental health, for one, no connecting county is doing it in-house. And you are now asked to approve a $778,000+ budget in the black. I'm asking you to reconsider that, go back to the drawing board, and come back with something that's either in the black or outsource it, which is what everybody else is doing, because that's where the money is saved. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else care to address the board? Hearing none, this ends the public hearing.